Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Nails in Orbit. Today we are doing another Halloween video and we are going to do Rocko's Modern Afterlife. Woo! I felt like this inspo was perfect. I loved it so much. And I think it's actually a comic book cover. That's what it looked like. I didn't see like any episodes with it. I think it's a comic. So if you want to read more about it, go ahead and find it. It looked really cool and the art was really nice in it. And I thought it would be perfect to show off the new brushes from the Ballpit shop. Woo! They're both the same ombre brush. There's just a limited edition color. So the white one, this is just Easy Ombre, and then the limited edition is Easy Zombre. It's the perfect color. It matches Slime Time from the Wicked Nails collection, so it's very fun. Love it. And I will be showing you guys how to do a 3-colored ombre. I think this technique is really good for doing like not just 2 colors, but multiple colors on one nail. So I'll show you guys how we do that, and we'll do that first, and then we'll get right into the characters. This is gonna be a long one, so bear with me. All right, so I just wanted to pop in really quick. So this is the Easy Ombre brush. This is the color that will just be available all the time, and that's what it looks like. They both look exactly the same, like they're both the same brush. And then here is the Easy Ombre brush. Like, what a fun color, fun logo. Ooh, we love her. And then so she's like comparable to Slime Time. All right, everyone, so we're going to jump right into the ombre tutorial. So for the top, the pink, I'm using Ghoul's Night Out from the Wicked Nails Ballpit collection, which I absolutely love. It's so nice. The more opaque the color, the easier like this technique is, and I'll show you guys a direct example. So we do a light coat of this. I'm not like dipping to get more gel. I'm actually kind of wiping some of it off a little bit when I go back to the bottle, just so you guys know, just so you guys don't think I'm making it like a thick coat. So then we put in this second color, and this is just a beautiful periwinkle from D&D. I just got it at the nail store. And then this is a purple. The purple, she's not the best. She's kind of a little see-through, but I really needed the purple, so we just had to make the purple work. I had to make it a tad bit thicker so that it's not like super transparent. And now we are taking our Easy Ombre brush and going side to side, lightly brushing that, kind of blending it a little bit, and just do it very lightly. And then make sure you don't keep a lot of product on your brush. So you'll see the screen cut a little bit, like a few times. I'm just going off, cleaning my brush with my paper towel. And then if I just feel like I need to also clean it with alcohol, I do, but I just make sure it's dry after that, because this is like a dry brush method, and you just lightly brush, and you're going side to side, but you're also going up and down as well. Like you want a little bit of purple in the blue, a little bit of blue in the purple, and same with the pink. You want a little bit of pink in the blue, and you want a little bit of blue in the pink, and that's how you are blending it together. And as you can see, you see like where the purple is, you can see kind of through it with the light. That's a little bit difficult when you have like transparent colors. It's a little bit annoying, but it's also why we do 2 coats. So this is the first coat. We try to get it as blended as possible, but once we come in with the second coat, it's really helpful too, because it helps with your blend, because your blends are kind of going to be in different areas, which blurs them a little bit better, if you know what I mean. You guys will see. But I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I just keep messing with this until it is the way that I like it. And of course, like I said, the purple is a little bit more difficult, so that's why I was hanging out here on the bottom a little bit longer. All right, now we are going in with the second coat. And again, it's just a very thin coat. Throw it on there. I think the second coat, like I said, is necessary because it helps with that, that just like super smooth blend. I'm just really perfectionist about the blend, so I really want it to be as blendy as possible. So I'm again throwing on that second layer, and then the purple, of course, you can see that we need a second layer for the purple, like quite a bit. So purple's going on there, and then we do the exact same thing, just side to side, up and down, clean your brush. And I honestly think this is great. Like I want to do eventually a rainbow, because I think that would be so much fun to do a rainbow, but I think 3 colors was perfect to start with. I do think the second coat is vital because I did a few like little practice rounds before I started, and I do like having that second coat because you can be much more dramatic on this top coat with brushing like up and down, for example, because you already have that blend in the background. So it's really just like doubling the blur and just making everything even that more seamless. So that's why I like a little second coat. I know it's like a whole nother step. It takes a little bit more time, but I think it looks perfect. So that's why I'm gonna do it every time. So there it is in all its glory. Ooh. And I just wanted to add a little bit more pizzazz to it. So I put Poltergeist right on top. I love it. It's a great top coat. It's just sheer enough. You can build on top of it. It's just, I really like it. It's very nice. So I threw it right on top, and then I put matte on because you guys know it helps with the glare, so it's not so glary for these videos. And it's just a lot easier to draw on. So it works out. And here I am just starting with Rocko. Rocko is actually a great place to start because he is very symmetrical, because we're looking at him straight on, so that's why. So he was just a good place to start, and he would be a little bit easier than the other characters we have coming up. So I am just getting him placed the way that I want. You guys saw that I made those guides in the beginning, like a straight line and then the 2 horizontal lines, just place him. So basically I was thinking about how, like, okay, that's the middle, right? And then I was going to build everything off of the side of that since he is so symmetrical. So, and I just paid attention to where those lines were, the width of everything, and that's kind of how I keep my proportions correct. So you saw I did the straight line, and then I did the bottom line. His cheeks are a little bit, I guess they're his cheeks, I don't really know. His cheeks are a little bit less wide than where his lips are coming out of, like his mouth. So you just pay attention to little things like that. And then like, how long is his mouth compared to his head, for example? See, like from his like lips down to the bottom of his face is like super long, but then from the lips up to the short, it's a little bit shorter. So you just pay attention to those little details and stuff like that. And then I just made sure I left enough room for the ears, because I wanted him to pretty much fit the whole nail, but I didn't want him to be sitting on the bottom of the nail, so he's kind of like floating down the center. But I think if you do like a lot of guides and stuff like that for yourself, it'll definitely help. You just want to make sure you're looking at stuff like what is the width of his shirt compared to his cheeks? You know what I mean? Like if they're like the same width, you want to make sure you end that like triangle shape on the sides to be the same width as the head. So tiny little things like that to point out. I'm going to try to be more detailed with this because I got asked this question on my last video when I had already filmed this. So I'm going to try my best to be like a little bit more detailed and actually show like me doing the example like as I'm painting it. So it'll be a little bit better to understand for my next video, okay? Or a video coming up. I should stop promising things because they're just not coming. They just don't. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. So I'm going to try to help pay attention to proportion a little bit more so I can help you guys a little bit. So now we are just filling in the shoes. I really like the perspective of Rocko in this picture. So I wanted his shoes to definitely be in there, but it's okay if they're a little bit cut off. So yeah, I will let you guys keep watching, and I will take the gloves off soon. It's making the lighting weird. Hopefully it's not like affecting it too much, but the gloves come off in a second, but my nails look a little crusty. So, I mean, I chose crusty nails over the lighting being effed up. So we can watch the rest of Rocko. So for my line work, I'm still using my Baddest Black Liner Gel by Nails by Dev. And I'm using my 12mm Double Trouble double-sided brush by Ballpit Shop. Don't forget, use code ORBIT at checkout if you want one. So I'm using that. I'm doing my liner brush. This might be one of my favorite sets because I love my Monster High set, but this one might be trying to trump that set because I absolutely loved how these ones turned out. And it was just so fun to do. The characters were so nice. They were like just like simple enough so I could just be calm painting them. There was a lot of them though. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I need to do like 2 characters in one video to just be calm for a second. but it's Halloween, so I had to just do the most, obviously. And I just forgot the teeth. That's why I'm adding these here. I'm using my Twice as Nice. Like, look at this. I love it so much. I haven't done a nail this long in so long. And now I'm top coating with my DC D&D Top Coat Gold Bottle Superior. So I'm throwing that one on top, just making sure it's nice and smooth. I was being real extra about it apparently. I don't know why I left all this in. But anyway, we're doing the next nail. So these nails, I just wanted to make sure I was getting the proportion of Spunky like next to Rocko the same way I wanted, because I didn't want Spunky to be like huge or something. So I'm just placing them next to each other and then using my dotting tool to give me some kind of guide, and then there we go. This is pretty important when you're doing nails that kind of correspond with each other or several characters throughout the nails. You just want to make sure your proportions, like you want to make sure your proportions on your characters are good, like as themselves, and then the proportions compared to other characters as well, just so it all is like cohesive. And yeah, so that's what I was doing. And now we're going in and filling in Spunky's color. He's all white, so he was pretty easy. He's probably the fastest one, I think. Yeah, he was definitely the fastest one out of everyone. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish Spunky. As you can see here, I definitely had to do a lot of cleanup for Spunky because he wasn't like perfectly symmetrical like Rocko is. So, and that's totally okay. Just, you know, use your cleanup brush, use some alcohol, wipe it all away. And that's why we like don't cure until our whole base shape is done. Like whatever you want to start with, that base shape, don't cure until you're done, because if you obviously if you had decided this after you cured, you'd have to file it off. So that's of course dramatic, and we don't want to do that because you have to do the ombre again. It would just be horrible. So just make sure you have it placed the way you want it, and then cure when it's all set and done. This little foot was so cute. It was so like further off in the actual picture, but I had to include it because he had it in both legs. It looks like little turkey legs. So I had to like at least get a little bit of foot in there. Oh, so I forgot to talk about the placement of Spunky. So in the inspo, you can see that Spunky is kind of behind Rocko, and like most of his body is covered. So what I had to do was find another picture of Spunky that kind of worked with the head that I wanted to use, because I wanted him to be looking at the next nail kind of scared, because I wanted Rocko and Spunky to be in the center and then looking at like the scary like the zombies of the other characters, looking scared at them. But I also didn't want like to have to put Spunky like actually behind Rocko. So anyway, I found another picture of Spunky that I liked. I went on my iPad, drew the drawing of like meshed the two drawings together so that I could have a Spunky on his own nail, because like I said, I do not like to combine nails as much as humanly possible. So I wanted to give him his own little nail, his own little moment. And that's how I got the perfect little Spunky guy. I really liked it. Let me show you this one picture. I absolutely loved this one. It's so funny. I wanted to do this one, but it just didn't really like work for this set. It was a little too horizontal. Like I didn't want to draw the couch in the background, so it didn't really work, but I thought it was so cute. So this one was the perfect substitute. And yeah, sometimes you just got to make it work. I loved this inspo so much, so I was like, we are just going to make it work. And we did. So I think it turned out really well. And there is Spunky, just about done. And I didn't put a top coat on him yet because I did think there was way too much blank space above him. So that's what I was dealing with at that point. So I thought it would be cool to make the next character reach over to the other nail. So that's why it's not top coated, but it's kind of fun. So now we are drawing Paula, I believe her name is. Did you guys really, I didn't know if I watched this show like a lot. Like I watched it a little bit as a kid. I definitely know what it is, but I don't think it was like one of the most like popular of amongst my sister and I. So I didn't know any of the characters' names. I had to look them all up, except Rocko, obviously. But and now we are doing Paula. She's the lady with the hook hand, and she is a nice little fun color. So we're starting our zombies. These characters are all zombies, which is absolutely so fun. And basically for her, I just wanted to get like the majority of, because her face is super wide, so I really just wanted to get like the center of her face, because like you can know, that the teeth are on the side, so it's okay if they're like cut off. So it was really just the center of the face, and I needed to get the arm reaching over so you like know what she's doing basically. So yeah, so that's how we're placing it. Pretty like basic shape to start her off, which was great. I think was this my favorite nail? I think she was my favorite nail. I just love the orange color that she is. Her or the thumb. That's a really hard choice. But yeah, so we're just color blocking like we usually do, and I will let you guys continue to watch. Look at that magenta. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this color so much. I will pop it up on the screen because I forgot what it's called. Yep, I forgot. I can't think of it off the top of my head, so I'll pop it up on the screen. But look at that. I feel like it was perfect for this set because it was like it matches the pink, I feel like, in the background, like the same like color family-ish, I guess. But it's like blinding neon. Like they look evil and zombie. It's perfect. All right, so now we are drawing. I'm just holding them together so we can see them. I end up putting them on the stand because I don't know why I was trying to hold them. But I'm just going here, like showing how we're going to reach over and then put the hook over the dog. And I just feel like perfect. Perfect. It fills in the space great. It's really dynamic, and we only have to go connect 2 nails. We didn't have to connect anything else, which is ideal. For the dress, I did want this like bluey lavender. So this is a mixture of the boothing and white. I just feel like it just makes the prettiest, the coolest lavender. So that's what when I want a really cool tone lavender, that's what I do now, because that combination is just perfect. It's perfect. I didn't even think it would do that. Like, that's crazy that it just turns purple. I love that color. Ooh. So now we are filling in all these. Oh my gosh, the colors on these nails are so pretty. And they're so great for Halloween, but like it's Halloween because the content, but it's not like I still like, and I'm a traditional Halloween gal. So I love that this is just, it's giving spooky to me, but it's like different colors. So that's kind of fun. I knew this would be my favorite nail as soon as I started the line work. It was just, oof, I love it. The placement, everything about it. I love it. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this in a while, but just in case anyone's wondering how I get my brush to get those smooth, even lines, is I take my Baddest Black liner gel. I think that's vital for line work, is a liner gel. It just like makes it so much easier for yourself. And then you put a little bit on your palette and you wipe and coat your brush in that liner gel. Instead of like trying to just get it on the end, you wipe the whole thing, and that's how you get, or like the majority of the brush, that's how you get such even lines, because it's just coated and it's just nice and smooth. And that's how you grab the paint too. You just wipe your brush in it and then you come back to painting. You don't dip or anything like that. And I just feel like once I figured that out, it made the biggest difference. So, and you can always coat it in like a little bit more. Like say you're doing Fairly Odd Parents, their lines are pretty thick, so you put like, you just like put a little bit more, like, and a little bit less if you want them to be thinner, etc. You'll get like the hang of it and how you want to coat it and all that stuff. So yeah, fun fact. Alrighty, Paula is done. Look at them together. Oh, I love them. And now we are coating, of course. Of course, we're going to coat them together, looking all good. I love how you can kind of see the poltergeist and then you just put that top coat on. It's like, yeah, the shimmer, the beauty. We love it. So yeah, look at that. I love it. Why do I put so much of the top coating in here? But it's okay. And now we are going into Ed Bighead. So that is the character we're doing next. He was my hardest character. I think I had taken a break after Paula, I believe, because this video I was spread out through quite a few days filming this. It was quite dramatic. But I think I was doing Mr. Ed Bighead after a break, which was like he was probably like the hardest character on here. So that was a little challenging. I still like how he came out, but I do think he should have been bigger. Like compared to the other characters, he was like maybe a little bit small. So even though he covers like down whole nail, but I feel like it still should have been a little bit bigger. So now we're going in with a very similar color to the periwinkle in the background. But it's okay. It pops out a little bit more than, because I was painting and I was like, oh, well, anyway, so it's okay. But it has the line work and the bright colors you'll see coming up. So it's not that big a deal. And after we cured that first shape, because the most important shape to me on this was the mouth, getting that mouth placed. So it's really just up to you what you choose, what shape to start with. But in this picture, the main focus of him is his big mouth. So that's why I did that one first. And then we're just doing this beautiful green and just filling that one in. Okay, so I was just looking up the characters, and this character is a toad, and then Paula, or Hutch, now that I'm doing the research correctly, because her name is Paula Hutchin. Oh my God, Paula Hutchinson. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, she is actually a cat. So Rocko, is Rocko a dog? No, he's a wallaby. I think he's a wallaby. Let me look it up. Okay, so it looks like Rocko is a wallaby. I have no idea what that is. I should look it up. He's a Australian wallaby. This guy, Mr. Ed Bighead, is a toad, and then Paula Hutchison is a cat, and I'm assuming the Spunky is a dog, and then Heffer, which is crazy that that's that character's name, is a cow. I'm assuming. So that's crazy. Let's look up what a wallaby is. I'm just gonna keep you guys on here while I look this up. What is an Australian wallaby? Let's see. Oh, it's a kangaroo. Oh, it's a member of the kangaroo clan, found primarily in Australia and nearby islands. Okay. I did not know that. I should probably watch an episode of the show. I should really watch the episodes of the shows when I paint these. But that's super cool. I did not know that. Look how crazy the tongue is on him. It looks like it reminds me of Beetlejuice. Like the little, I think, like the little sand my god, the sand snake in Beetlejuice. That's kind of what it reminds me of a little bit. I did Beetlejuice last year. Oh, I didn't do it in a video. Dang, I really should have done that was in a video, but I didn't have my computer at that time, so I couldn't edit anything. I just had like I had a really old computer that literally died all the time and just made me want to cry. But now I have a better computer. So I was actually able to. But that was one of my biggest sets. But anyway, that's what the tongue reminds me of, the sand monster. And now we're just filling in the little teeth, the little molars all over. He only has a few teeth, if you think about it. So now we're just going in with a little bit of shading just to make them look extra round. And I just want to talk about, so the placement, you can see, like you see why I want you guys to understand kind of why I think it should have been bigger. Like I wanted him to be taller because I wanted him to seem even more like he was towering over Rocko. Like it still has that effect, but I think if he was bigger, it would have made the composition like even better because there is that like claw on the other side, but it's still kind of open. If he was all the way on top, he would still look like he was towering, and it would, I don't know, it would just make the composition even better. I still love it like the way it is, but it does look like there's a little bit too much free space at the top of this nail. So it's like those little things. Sometimes you just can't really, it's like hard to tell when you're doing the nail, like as you're doing it. Because I don't sketch out like every single nail. And even when I did sketch out oh my God, what am I saying? When I did the Danny Phantom / Gerald nails, even when I did sketch them out, the proportions like went haywire when I put it on the nail because it's like a little bit of a different story than my sketch. So it's kind of just a learn as you go type of thing. So now I know, and I still think it looks great, and I got all the elements of him that I wanted. It's just one of those things you wish you just scooted up a little bit, but it's okay. So now we're just doing the line work. I was just chilling. Again, this was the character I came back from when I took a little break from the other characters. So I was a little bit not as great on the line work, but that was just me. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes like if you haven't painted in a second or honestly like a day or two, sometimes it's just nice to start with like an easy character, and this was not an easy character to start with. So I was being a little bit hard on myself, but it's okay. right, Mr. Bighead is done. We are top coating. Woo! And just a reminder, I always do 2 top coats, especially when I'm doing nails on somebody else, just to make sure they are safe and protected. And now we are starting with Heifer. Is that really the name of this character? Anyway, it's so funny. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He's a cow. So now we are starting with him, and I wanted to make sure this whole nail was filled to the brim. Like his hair needs to be nearly cut off, because I didn't want to make the same mistake as Mr. Bighead, and he is the tallest character. So I wanted him to be full on the nail. So that was my point in placing him. It was honestly so nice to be drawing on the thumb, because the thumb was just so big. I've got big old thumbs, so it was nice. It was refreshing. And I'm happy that I chose to put him on the thumb, because his mouth is so big. Like, there's just so much space needed for this character, and I wanted him to take up a whole bunch of space. So the thumb was perfect for him. So I ended up changing the orange, and it's just like one of those things where it just didn't feel like the right orange. Like, it just did not seem like the right orange. And we go from like a little bit of a warmer orange to a little bit of a cooler orange, and I think it just fit the design better. It's so hard to explain. Some of those things you just kind of like, you're kind of eyeballing. I just feel like the orange is more cohesive with this set, like the new orange that I'm putting on. I wish I could explain that better, but it's just one of those things. Look at this pretty green. I'm pretty sure I mixed lime green with like my lime green that I have from D&D with slime time to make this color, because I wanted the lime green that I had to pop even more, but I didn't want it to be like, I wanted the terrace to be more green than the slime time. So I think that's what I ended up doing, and it just made for like the perfect like bright green. I did a little bit of extra shading on this character, just like we did for Mr. Bighead, and that was kind of nice. It made his eyes look even droopier, so that was kind of fun. And there's just so many colorful, fun elements. I love it so much. I love it. I love all the colors. Isn't this such a fun like design thing that they do? Because Rocko's teeth also came out like this, like off the sides. And I just think that's such a like interesting thing that they do in their like drawing style. All right, so this is a perfect example. Sometimes I just want to keep painting and painting and painting my line work until I'm done. Just cure some. As soon as you got some that you like and you don't want to mess them up, just make sure you cure it, because I messed up the top of the hair. Like, I went over it so many times and I didn't even notice for so long. You guys will see me smudge it with my finger. I was so mad about this and I had to clean it all up. So just when you get an element done, cure it so you don't have to deal with what I have done to myself. Look at me smudging everything with my pinky. Like, girl, what was I doing today? I was so excited to be like done because this nail set had taken me so long, and I'm just over here messing it all up. And black is the hardest to clean, so be careful, guys. Like, look at this. Oh, he looks so good. Ooh. And we're putting that top coat on. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I love it so much. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I haven't had nails, my little press-ons on like this long and so long. Oh my gosh, I love this set. I'm so proud of myself. I think the thumb, oh, that's hard. See, the thumb, the pinky, I can't choose my favorite. I can't choose my favorite. Choose a favorite for me, guys. I will. I hope you liked this video. I hope you watched till the end. I know it was a long one, but thank you guys so much for watching. This set was so much fun, and we have one more video left in our spooky season after this.